Okay, let's be real. Forget those old paper maps and super rigid itineraries. The way we travel, it's going through this massive reinvention. And you know what's at the wheel? Artificial intelligence. So today, we're going to dive into how AI is completely transforming tourism, and we're going to use a fantastic real-world lab to see it all happen. The global destination of Thailand. This is going to give us a peek into what the future of our vacations actually looks like. Right. So what does this all actually mean for your next trip? For you personally. Let's break it down. We're talking about how this tech is going to reshape everything. And I mean everything, from the moment you book a flight to how you stumble upon some amazing hidden street market. I mean, for generations, travel was pretty predictable, right? You had your paper maps, maybe a well-worn guidebook, and a schedule that was basically set in stone. Well, that era, it's over. We are now stepping into the age of what's called smart tourism. It's a huge shift away from that one-size-fits-all approach to a world where your guide is actually an AI, ancient ruins literally come to life with augmented reality, and your entire journey adapts to you in real time.
Okay, so what exactly is smart tourism? You're going to be hearing that term a lot more, and let me tell you, it is way bigger than just some slick new travel app. You should think of it more like a fully interconnected ecosystem, all designed to make your travel completely seamless.
So at its very core, smart tourism pulls together three super powerful technologies. You've got artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and big data. And the whole goal here is to create travel experiences that are 1. Completely personalized, 2. Hyper-efficient, and 3. Ultimately, a lot more sustainable for both you, the traveler, and the destination itself. Now, this revolution didn't just happen overnight. Not at all. It actually started way back with these kind of clunky booking systems in the 70s. Then it got a huge boost from the internet in the 90s, and then in the 2010s, big data started to sprinkle in that personalization. But now, all those different threads are finally weaving together, creating the first truly intelligent, interconnected travel experiences we've ever seen. All right, so let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. For our case study, we're looking at Thailand, a country where tourism isn't just another industry, it's a massive, massive part of the national economy. And that right there makes it the perfect laboratory for watching this smart transformation unfold. And if you want to understand the urgency here, just look at this number, 22.2%. That's how much of Thailand's entire GDP could potentially come from tourism. I mean, when the stakes are that high, the push to innovate and adopt new tech isn't just a nice-to-have. It's absolutely essential for survival. Now, to be fair, Thailand wasn't exactly the first one out of the gate on this. Their initial progress was a bit slow, bogged down by some infrastructure and policy hurdles. But even with that slower start, the potential for a full-blown smart tourism revolution there is just immense. Okay, so what's actually in this new traveler's toolkit? What are we working with here? Let's break down the specific technologies that you'll actually be using on one of these smart vacations. This quote here really just nails the whole point. Augmented reality, or AR, isn't some gimmick. It's a seriously powerful tool for making history feel alive and accessible. It's all about deepening our understanding and, honestly, just making the whole experience way more engaging and memorable. Okay, so picture this. You're standing in the ruins of an ancient temple, maybe in one of Thailand's amazing historical parks. You just hold up your phone, and right there on your screen, you see a full virtual reconstruction of what that temple looked like in its glory days, perfectly overlaid on the world right in front of you. That is AR in action. And then you've got its cousin, virtual reality, VR. This is being used as this incredibly powerful try-before-you-fly marketing tool. So Thailand's tourism promoters are creating these super immersive 360-degree VR tours that can basically teleport you from your living room to a bustling Bangkok market or a calm, serene beach. The idea is to get you so excited that you just have to book the real trip. All right, now let's talk about the tech that's working invisibly behind the scenes, the Internet of Things, or IoT. This is basically the network that connects physical objects by sticking sensors in them. We're talking everything from luggage tags to the air conditioners in your hotel, even streetlights. And it allows them to constantly talk to each other, share data, and make the whole system way, way smarter. And believe it or not, this is already happening in Thailand. We're seeing things like RFID tags to track your luggage at the airport, so, it doesn't get lost. There are smart sensors in hotel rooms that save energy. There are even systems that monitor traffic and crowd levels at popular tourist spots to make your visit smoother and a whole lot safer. It's all these little, unseen things that add up to make a huge difference. And this is where AI swoops in. It's like the brain of the entire operation. It takes all of that data streaming in from the IoT network and actually turns it into useful intelligence. So, in Thailand's historical parks, this means you get these AI-powered smart guides that are analyzing your location and what you seem to be interested in to suggest, right there in real time, what amazing thing you should go see next.
Okay, but let's get real for a second. Building this amazing, interconnected future, well, it's incredibly complex. It is definitely not some simple plug-and-play solution. There are some really significant hurdles that countries like Thailand, and frankly any destination, have to overcome.
The research points to several major roadblocks. First up, you've got gaps in digital infrastructure, and that requires some serious funding. Then there's the human side of it, a huge need for workers with totally new digital skills. And maybe most importantly, this requires a massive cultural shift. It demands this deep collaboration between the government and private companies.
But beyond all those practical hurdles lies a much bigger and I think much more personal question. For this system to make your trip so seamless, it has to know a lot about you. And yeah, the result can be an absolutely amazing experience, but what's the cost? What about our privacy?
Yeah, the ethical landscape here is really complex. We have to start asking some tough questions. How is our personal data being collected, used, and protected? Could an AI's recommendations have hidden biases, maybe steering tourists away from deserving local businesses? And what happens to the jobs of human tour guides? And maybe the biggest question of all, when an AI system messes up, who's actually responsible?
Okay, so let's pull back for a moment and look at the big picture here. Because what's happening in Thailand, it isn't just some local story. It really offers us a glimpse into the future of vacation for every single one of us.
Yeah, the experiments going on in these pioneer locations, places like Thailand, Venice, Seoul, they're basically creating a global blueprint for the future. Their successes, and just as importantly, their failures, are providing the lessons that are going to shape how all of us travel in the years to come.
And this really gets to the ultimate takeaway. Technology is an incredibly powerful tool, but it is not a magic bullet. The future of truly great travel, it's going to depend on a partnership between the tech itself, the government, and the local communities, all working together to make sure our journeys aren't just smarter, but also more sustainable and fair for everyone involved.
And that leaves us with just one final thought to chew on. As our trips become more and more seamless, more personalized, and just perfectly optimized by AI, do we risk losing something? I mean, when every step is guided and every moment is predicted, is it still an adventure? That's a question I think we'll all be answering on our own future travels.